Day 145. 1 Chronicles chapter 23, 24 and 25. Welcome. King David was nearing the end of his reign. Instead of focusing on himself, he focused on preparing the next generation and organizing God's work for the future. The scripture whispers of the day reveal a lot about purpose, service, leadership, excellence and faithfulness. The Levites' duties changed. For generations, the Levites had carried the tabernacle and its furnishings from place to place as Israel journeyed through the wilderness. But David explained that things were different now. Israel had settled in the land, and the temple would soon be built. As a result, the Levites no longer needed to carry the tabernacle. Their tasks changed, but their purpose of serving God remained the same. This is a lesson many people struggle to learn. Sometimes we become attached to a particular role, position, title, or method. When circumstances change, we feel lost. Yet God often changes our assignments while keeping our purpose intact. A teacher may become a school leader. A business owner may become a mentor. A parent raising young children may later guide adults. A singer may become a trainer of younger singers. The assignment changes, but the purpose remains. Many people become frustrated because they are trying to hold on to yesterday's responsibilities, while God is preparing them for tomorrow's opportunities. The question is not, am I doing the same thing I used to do? The question is, am I still serving God's purpose where He has placed me today? Great leaders prepare for a future they may never see. David knew he would not build the temple. God had already told him that the task would belong to Solomon. Yet David spent enormous energy organizing priests, Levites, musicians, gatekeepers, and workers before the temple even existed. He was investing in a future project that someone else would complete. That is uncommon leadership. Many people only invest in things from which they will personally benefit. David thought beyond himself. We often want immediate results. We want to see the reward of every effort. But some of the most important things we do in life are seeds for future generations. A teacher may not see the full impact of a student's education. A parent may not immediately see the character they are building in their child. A mentor may never fully know how their advice changes someone's future. A school owner may establish systems that continue helping children long after they retire. True leadership is not merely building something successful. True leadership is building something that can succeed without you. David's preparations remind us that lasting impact often comes from work whose harvest we may never personally witness. I hope you know that God values order more than many people realize. One thing stands out throughout these chapters: everything was organized. The priests had schedules. The Levites had responsibilities. The musicians had assigned groups. The duties were divided carefully and fairly. Nothing was left to confusion. Many people think spirituality and organization are opposites. But these chapters suggest the opposite. God's work was conducted with structure, planning, and accountability. Today, many frustrations come not from a lack of talent but from a lack of systems. Families need routines. Schools need procedures. Businesses need processes. Churches need organization. Even personal goals require planning. A person may pray for success while neglecting structure, but these chapters remind us that God often works through preparation and order. Order is not the enemy of creativity. Order creates the environment where creativity can flourish. When life feels chaotic, sometimes the solution is not more effort but better organization. The next whisper teaches us that worship is not just about emotion. It requires skill and training. One surprising detail is that the musicians were not chosen simply because they loved worship. They were trained, they learned, they developed skill. 288 trained musicians who were skilled in the songs of the Lord. This is important. Passion is valuable, but passion alone is not enough. Many people want excellent results without investing in growth. They want to lead without learning. They want success without preparation. They want influence without development. Yet these musicians remind us that excellence often requires discipline. A teacher improves through training. A leader improves through learning. A writer improves through practice. A business owner improves through experience and study. God-given talent is wonderful, but developed skill multiplies talent. The lesson is simple. Do not use passion as a substitute for preparation. Keep learning. Keep improving. Keep sharpening your abilities. The opportunities God gives you tomorrow may depend on the skills you develop today. Every role matters, even when it is not visible. These chapters mention many people whose names most readers barely notice. Some worked behind the scenes. Some assisted others. Some maintained daily operations. Some supported those who appeared in public ministry. Yet every role was recorded. Every contribution mattered. This is a powerful lesson for our culture. Modern society often celebrates visibility. People want recognition, followers, applause, and public praise. But God's perspective is different. Many of the most important jobs happen behind the scenes. The administrator who keeps things organized. The cleaner who prepares the environment. The assistant who supports the team. The parent who quietly sacrifices for their family. The teacher who patiently helps struggling students. The volunteer who serves without recognition. Not everyone stands on the stage. But every person contributes to the success of the mission. These chapters remind us that God sees what people overlook. The world may celebrate the spotlight, but God records faithfulness. Never underestimate the value of your contribution, simply because it is not visible. Once more, please remember these. Your assignment may change, but your purpose remains. Great leaders prepare for a future they may never see. God values order and organization. Passion should be accompanied by skill and training. Every role matters, even the unseen ones. What appears to be a collection of names and schedules is actually a powerful blueprint for life. David's final years were not spent chasing personal glory. They were spent preparing people, creating systems, developing excellence, and ensuring that God's work would continue long after he was gone. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson of all. A meaningful life is not measured merely by what we accomplish for ourselves, but by what we prepare for others. May we learn to serve faithfully, develop our gifts diligently, embrace changing assignments courageously, and leave behind a legacy that continues to bless future generations.